Picture this. You're standing on a shaky sheet of ice, the wind screaming past you like a runaway train, blasting snow into your face so hard you can barely see. The ground under your feet rumbles and cracks. Any second now, it could split wide open and drop you into the freezing black water below. Out of nowhere, a small shape shoots up from the waves. It's Pippin, a tough little penguin with a bright orange beak that glows like a flare in the storm. She skids across the ice, shakes off the snow like it's no big deal, and races toward two fluffy chicks squeaking their heads off at the edge of this breaking world. She's got seconds to feed them before the ice gives up. One slip, and they're all toast. This isn't some Hollywood blockbuster, it's Antarctica right now, and Pippin's in a fight she didn't ask for. Welcome to Frozen Eden, Antarctica's fragile balance where penguins, seals, and killer whales are battling to hang on in a paradise that's melting away faster than we can fix it. You're about to meet the coolest, toughest animals on the planet, and see why their next move might be up to you. Strap in, this isn't your average wildlife tale. Let's jump right in. Meet the ice crew. Antarctica isn't just a big, cold nothing, it's a wild kingdom buzzing with life, and its stars are unreal. First up there's Pippin, our penguin hero. She's a Gentoo penguin, sleek and fast, with that orange beak popping against the white snow like a traffic light. Pippin's daily grind is no joke. She dives into icy water, colder than your freezer, using her wings like flippers to chase fish and tiny shrimp called krill. Her feathers are like a waterproof jacket, and her chunky layer of fat keeps her warm when the wind's howling. Her big job? Feeding her chicks. She waddles miles across the ice, swims through freezing waves, and comes back stuffed with food to spit up for her babies. It's gross, but it's love. Last week a monster storm smashed into her colony. The wind roared, waves pounded the shore, and the ice shook like it was about to break apart. Pippin threw herself over her chicks, her mate right beside her, blocking the storm with their bodies. For hours they didn't move, feathers flapping, eyes locked on their little ones. When the wind finally died down, Pippin stood up, shook off the snow, and marched back to the sea to hunt. That's who she is. Unstoppable, fierce, and all about family. Next, say hi to Wally, a Wally the Seal who's the chillest dude on the ice. Wally's a big, blubbery guy, flopped out like he's sunbathing on a beach, his shiny skin catching the weak Antarctic light. He's got these huge puppy dog eyes and a goofy smile that makes you want to laugh, but he's no pushover. Wally's a diving champ. He can drop 2,000 feet into the dark, freezing ocean to snag squid and fish, holding his breath for an hour like it's nothing. His blood's like a superpower, stuffed with extra oxygen to keep him going. When he's not hunting, he's napping by a hole he chewed in the ice with his teeth, popping up for air like it's his own little hot tub. But Wally's got troubles too. Last summer, the ice he loves started melting way too soon. He had to swim forever to find a solid spot to rest, his flippers dragging by the end. One day we watched him climb onto a floe, only for it to snap under him, splashing him back into the water. He tried again and again until he finally found a good piece. He flopped down, soaked and tired, but he didn't quit. That's Wally, laid back but tough as nails. Now meet the boss of the sea, Koda, a killer whale, or orca, who runs the show. Koda's a mama orca, guiding her pod through the icy waves like a queen with her crew. She's huge, 20 feet long, with shiny black and white skin and teeth that could chew through metal. Her pod hunts like pros, teaming up to chase seals and penguins. Their slickest move? Wave washing. They swim together to make a giant wave that knocks seals off the ice, then grab them like a snack. It's wild and a little scary, but it's how they roll. Koda's more than a hunter. She's a mom and a coach. Her calf sticks close, copying her every move, learning the ropes. Last spring we saw Koda nudge her little one toward a seal, showing it how to attack. The calf messed up, but Koda didn't get mad. She just looped back and tried again. She's calm, strong, and super protective. But even Koda's got problems. The melting ice is throwing off the food chain. Less krill means less fish, less seals, and less dinner for her family. Last year, her calf looked thin and Koda had to push her pod harder to eat. She's not backing down though, she's a fighter. Antarctica's ice isn't just there to look cool, it's the backbone of this whole place. But here's the bad news, it's vanishing. Every year, Antarctica loses 150 billion tons of ice. Imagine everyone on Earth tossing a truckload of ice into the sea every year. It's crazy, and it's not stopping. For Pippin, melting ice is a disaster. Her nesting spot's getting smaller every season. Last year, a huge chunk of ice broke off her colony's home, sending nests sliding into the water. Pippin raced to save her chicks, shoving them with her beak to higher ground while other penguins screamed and splashed. Some didn't make it. Their babies sank, too small to swim. Pippin got her family safe, but it was close. Now, she has to trek farther for food, her little legs pumping like crazy. She's wiped out, but she keeps pushing, for her chicks. Wally's in a mess too. The sea ice he naps on is getting thin and wobbly. Some days he hauls his big body up only to crash right through, splashing back into the cold. It's like trying to sleep on a wet paper towel. One winter we saw him swim for hours looking for a solid floe. He finally found a tiny one, barely big enough to hold him. He curled up tight, flippers tucked, and tried to rest, but you could tell he was stressed. No ice means no breaks for Wally, and he's running on fumes. Koda's pod is hurting too. Melting ice screws with the krill, those little shrimp that everything here eats. Less krill means less fish and seals, and that means Koda's family goes hungry. Last spring her calf's ribs were poking out and she had to swim farther than ever to find food. One day her pod tried their wave trick on a seal, but the ice was so flimsy it didn't work. The seal just slipped away. Koda clicked her sonar, annoyed, but there was nothing she could do. Even the Queen of the Sea is struggling. These animals are built for Antarctica's wild side. Let's break it down. Pippin's feathers are like a superhero suit, tight and waterproof, with oil she rubs on from a gland near her tail. Her fat layer's a heater, and her flippers cool her off when she's working hard. She's a pro at staying alive in the cold. These skills took millions of years to perfect, made for Antarctica's icy extremes. But the ice is melting too fast for them to keep up, and that's where it gets scary. Let's be real, humans are why this is happening. We burn gas, chop trees, and pump out carbon, heating up the planet. Antarctica's ice is melting from warm water underneath and hot air on top. Storms are nastier. Pippin's colony lost half its nest to one last year. Even trash is sneaking in. Wally almost ate a plastic bag once, spitting it out like, "What's this junk? We're shaking their world apart." But we can turn it around. Scientists are helping. Drones track Pippin's colony to find safe spots, and crews build fake ice platforms for Wally to chill on. Rules protect krill so Koda's pod has food. People everywhere are cutting carbon, driving less, planting trees, switching to clean power. It's not fast, but it's a start. You can help too. Skip the car, walk or bike instead. Ditch plastic bags. They end up in Wally's backyard. Tell your buddies about Pippin, Wally, and Koda. Spread the word. Every bit counts. Picture a kid tossing a can in the trash, then grinning as Pippin waddles across the screen. You're in this fight with them! As we zoom out, watching Pippin snuggle her chicks, Wally nap on his floe, and Koda glide with her pod, it hits you. This place is magic. It's a fragile, frozen wonderland teetering on the edge. These animals aren't just tough, they're showing us how to keep going, work together, and hope. Next time you feel a cold breeze, think of them out there, beating the odds. Then ask, what can I do? Thanks for sticking with me. If Pippin, Wally, or Koda got you fired up or tugged your heart, smash that like button, drop a comment. Who's your favorite? Hit subscribe for more epic stories. Antarctica's just the beginning. Let's keep this Eden alive. See you next time.